Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Day Designer and their upcoming release. I've been having so much fun watching their cover reveals, and I was lucky enough to have a few of them sent to me so I can show them to you. They reached out to me and asked if I would like to share them with you and do a giveaway, and so of course I am always happy to do that, and I love Day Designer. Day Designer is one of those companies that I look forward to their release every year. They always have amazing covers and amazing new designs that I love. And so I am just thrilled to share these with you today. You're already seeing a few of them, and I have one here that I haven't opened up because I wanted to share this experience with you. Day Designer does a really amazing job of presentation, which I think those of us in the planner community always appreciate and love. So we're going to open this one first, and then we'll go through the rest of these products and show you some of the different covers, and I'm just very excited. This package came to me, and USPS took it on a wild ride around the country, and so it took a lot longer than usual to get it to me. Totally not Day Designer's fault. It was UPS wanting to take this package along with them, I guess. But because of that, today is kind of a dark and dreary day, and I just don't have another option because these release tomorrow, and they just came through the door to me. So we're going through these together. Luckily, I know Day Designer and their brand quite well, so I am able to talk about these things without really being able to play in them because I've played in them for years. And they keep the quality very similar from year to year. So hopefully that's okay with you that they are not actually used or played in. But this is what it comes like. It comes in this beautiful teal box. Mine was inside of another box. So you get to open this beautiful package. And then inside of this, I didn't know that they threw this in. They gave a metal clip. We'll show that in a second. But you get a really beautiful white box inside of this. I love the gold stripes here. It's very Day Designer-esque. And then inside of this, you have this really beautiful keepsake box. And I've always loved this box because it has a little pull tab of teal here. And you pull it out as a drawer. And then inside of here, you have their cards that you always get. This is a little Day Designer way to connect with them. And then this actually walks you through the Day Designer book and how each of these areas are used inside of the book and caring for your Day Designer there. Okay, so if we finish pulling this out, you have your book inside of here, and it comes bubble wrapped. See the cute interior is that teal. It's just a really nice presentation. I love it. And then bubble wrap, and then there's a plastic wrap as well. So I'm just going to take this out of all this packaging. I know some of you hate the sound of all this plastic rustling. So it's this, and then there's plastic. I am in love with this cover this year. I love it so much. This is the Alicia planner. And inside of it is this beautiful periwinkle blue. So that is the cover here. I had a really hard time choosing because usually with Day Designer, they'll come out with this really bright floral. And I'm always drawn to their bright florals. It's my thing. I love bright florals. And it was really hard for me not to choose the bright floral. But this just felt so calming and nice. And this is a July start. This is their academic launch. I love the gold detailing in this cover, and this is the mini size. The other planner I have here to show you is their daily, and I got it in the big size. So here's the two different sizes. This is the Capri Blue planner, and the inside liner of this one is light blue. You can see the difference between the two insides there. So periwinkle and light blue. I love this cover too. I really love both of these. This one reminds me of like a tropical vacation. It reminds me of my years living in Hawaii. And I love the plants and the ocean. It's very peaceful, but it also brings in those bright colors that I generally am drawn to. You can see the back there. I have a couple other covers here, but not on planners, but you can get these in the planner. This is the St. Bart cover, which you can get on your planner if you'd like. And the inside of this is this beautiful green, grassy green color. And lastly, let me scoot these out of the way. This is their clip folio, but this is the floral of the year. So this is the floral that I almost decided to get and kind of went more calm last second. And this is Ula Bloom. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. But you can see how beautiful it is. And the inside of this one is like a lilac liner. So if you have the planner, that's what the inside would look like. There are more cover options as well. So you can either head over to their website. I'll link it below along with my coupon code. It is an affiliate link. And the coupon code gets you a discount on your order if you're interested. All right, let's just talk about the difference in size between their flagship size here and their mini size. Their original size is 9 inches wide by 9 3/4 inches tall. So it's a hefty planner. It's a good size, lots of room for writing, lots of space taken up on your desk too. This size feels like your standard planner. You know, it's a hefty workhorse planner, and I love this size. It's what I usually get every year. Their mini is so cute, and it is 6.6 inches wide by 9.3 inches tall. So it's quite a bit smaller. In fact, it's about the same width. The height of this is about the same width as this planner, but you have several inches more. So you can see the size difference there. This still has a lot of writing room. It feels kind of A5 size-ish. The paper inside of here is about a 7x9. I think it's 7.5 by 9.5 here. This one is 6 inches wide by 8.1 inches tall. And then the thickness and the weight of these really depends on whether or not you're getting a daily or a weekly. If you are getting this one in a daily, like I did, which makes it quite a bit thicker, this weight will be 2.5 pounds, 2.6 actually. And then if you get the weekly, that will be a little bit slimmer. It will be 1.9 pounds. In fact, here I have my last year's 7x9. This is a weekly, and you can see the difference in thickness there. This does feel quite a bit heavier than the weekly. It is a whole pound heavier almost. This one, on the other hand, this littler mini size, the mini for the daily would be 1.8 pounds and the mini for the weekly is 1.4. This one is a weekly planner, and so it's the lightest that you can get, and it does feel significantly lighter than this one. So the prices are actually the same for the daily or the weekly. So if you get the large size of either one of those, it will be $68. And then they're also the same price for the mini, and it is $58 for the daily or the weekly. So you can choose which one works best for you. Let's go into the daily planner first. I love this layout. It's one of my top daily planners. And I know a lot of you do too. This is one of the more popular planners on the market. There's a reason for that. They're an amazing, high quality. They have great designs, and the layout is just superb. I love the simplicity of it, while it still feels luxurious and like it has enough to make it special. Every planner comes with stickers, and they're in their classic gold. Their stickers are the same on each sheet. So let's just look at one. Lots and lots of scripts. You have airplanes and check marks and little mugs and wine glasses, some flags and functional stickers and stars and hearts. So really great. Lots of gold. That's kind of their thing, if you haven't been able to tell. I've always struggled a little bit with their folder. So it kind of loosens up through the year, but when you first get it, I feel like I can never get stuff into it. They always have this page on the front that's just a blank paper, and I think it's just protecting your name page. I always rip this out, but you could do anything you want with it if you want to keep it in. Then you have the name page, which is on harder cardstock. So let's talk about the paper actually within this. Their paper is really beautiful. It's really nice, thick 100 GSM white paper. It's really amazing because there isn't a lot of bleed through with this paper. It feels smooth-ish. It's definitely not slippery. It's a smoother paper. It's really nice. The paper that it probably reminds me the most of, although it's a little bit different poundage GSM, is MakseLife. I feel like this is very similar paper to that. So you have the story, you have how to use your day designer, and it does come with this really nice bookmark that has gold accents on it and a ruler. It's hard to see a clear ruler with gold writing on it, but it's really beautiful. And maybe it's actually easier to see actually on the paper, but you can see the gold writing on that. And it just has 2 little clips, which makes it really easy to get on, to scoot up a clip if you want it to stick. I like mine sticking up a little bit higher so I can actually just flip quickly to the page. So I love Day Designer for their front pages. They have really good information and really good things to work through. You have a self-assessment, where I am in your life, and it goes through each of these different life segments. And this is a values page where you will write what's important to you. This is a goals page, and you break down your goals into 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. And it has these different areas of your life that you break down. So self-care, relationships, personal development, resources, and vocation, and you can go through that. And then over here, you have a place to do 10 different goals and monthly, weekly, daily, and figure out what the steps are to get those goals done. Love that. This is your ideal week and your ideal month. I've seen quite a few ideal weeks. In fact, I have a sticker that is the ideal week. But what I don't see a lot of planners do is the ideal month. And I love this because there are things, this is more for tasks that you are doing once a month, and you can break down what weeks, like maybe the 3rd week of every month, you check your oil. I don't know. But you can write in those things that you are only doing once a month or 1 week a month. And I just love that. Like a month at a glance. I would probably use this for home maintenance. So many things that you could use that for. And I love the ideal week as well. This is a 12-month overview. I love using these for tracking different things that I'm trying to do. This is an academic planner. They also have planners that come out in January. But because of that, this does start with July of 2025. It ends with June of 2026. I love putting like dots down on the days I work, or it would be a great place to put if you're tracking your weight every day, or if you have medication you need to take, you can mark off when you take it. Or, your kid's school calendar, so many things. I really love these little mini calendars. And then you have holidays, and I always appreciate when companies do this instead of writing them in the month. I like to write them in myself. I don't celebrate every holiday, and some of them just don't apply to me, so I don't like my space on my calendars being taken up. Although I do think Day Designer actually does put them in the month, so you can see they're written on here as well. I think they're the same holidays that they have written here. You then have birthdays and other important days that you can write down here. So this applies to everyone. These are days that just apply to you. And then from that last page, it goes directly into the month. So that is printed on the tab, and it goes directly into the month, where I love their layout. They have Monday through Wednesday over here, Thursday through Sunday on this side. You have a lined to-do list over here. And then up here is the only place that they put any writing on the top. So you can do decorations up here. You can do to-do lists or notes or anything like that. And then they have July outlined with the year. This is a Monday start calendar, and then they have Saturday and Sunday on this side. If you can tell, their weekends have diagonal stripes across, which doesn't really bother me. Sometimes shading does bother me, but it's very almost hard to see. And so I like that about it. It still lets you know you're writing on a weekend, but it doesn't really take away or detract from your planning. After your month, you go straight into your days, and it starts with whatever day of the month it is. So this is a Tuesday, and it's July 1st. Tuesday is the start. I know some daily planners keep the week together, but that's not how Day Designer does it. They actually put the months in the months that they belong in. I can see benefits of both ways of doing that layout, but that's how they do it. So let's look at this daily. It's a little bit different in the mini. If you have the mini, I don't have one here to show you, but the hours you have on the big one are 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. And you have top 3, and you have some little things to track up here. Due, so you can put bills or whatever is due. I'm actually starting nursing school again. I'm going for another degree in nursing. And so I started yesterday. I will be putting any assignments that are due. Dinner, dollars, don't forget you have a today, a to-do list, notes, and a daily gratitude section at the bottom. Every day has a little quote, which I love. And sometimes I don't love quotes on pages because I feel like it takes away from my space to write, but they just put it in this little section here. And sometimes I don't notice it. Sometimes I read it and I love it. I just like it in my daily planner. As for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday are combined. I prefer that. I know some people want a full day for Saturday and a full day for Sunday. I don't get in my planner that much on the weekend. It's kind of a family time for us, and I just don't. Like, I have intentions to do it. I'll make a to-do list sometimes on Friday, and then I never touch my planner on the weekends. So I don't mind this. I do wish that they had to choose because they combined, if they were going to put in the schedule or the to-do list side, and they did choose the schedule. I would so prefer a to-do list for these days, because that if I am doing something on the weekend, it's probably chores or something. I need to get some tasks done. So I prefer it being a to-do list. I'm sure I'll end up using this as a to-do list. But they did choose for it to be schedule. You have your top 3, your schedule, and then down here is a section to kind of pre-plan out your next week. So it says next week, and then it has all the days of the week. And then it goes directly into the next week. At the end of the month, you do get a notes page on the tab before it goes into the next month. And that is how every month is at the end of your book. This one ends June of 2026. And the very last pages of this book, after the last day, if I can get to it, are just these blank pages. So you have completely 3 blank notes pages, or whatever you want to do with them, before it gets into the back glossy cover of this light blue. This Capri cover, by the way, is only available in this size in the daily planner. There are 4 covers that are only available in this specific layout and size, and this is one of them. The other ones are Vintage Silhouette and Alexandra. So there's 4 that are exclusive to this. I think this is probably their most popular planner size and most popular planner layout, and so they offer more covers in this. But yeah, so if you do want this, you do have to go with this size and this layout. Just a couple other things that I want to point out before we move on. This is a Wire-O binding. It's really nice and sturdy Wire-O. And the cover is this really sturdy, thick, glossy, very durable cover. I love them. And they have these gold tabs on them. They're not rounded. They come to a point. Let's move on to the mini weekly. All right, and just to review, this is Alicia. Don't know if I'm pronouncing either one of those correctly, but it's something like unto that for this cover, and it is available in everything. You can get this in the weekly, the daily, the original, or this mini size. This is actually the planner I'm going to be using starting in July for my nursing school. I think it's just such a great little size that I can throw in my bag, and it's so durable, very usable, and I love the design of this. I just think it is so stunning. And as I'm sitting here and seeing these little pops of gold on the cover pop out as the sun comes in, it just makes me really happy. I think it's beautiful. So like the other one, this planner is printed on 100 GSM white paper, beautiful paper. It has that protective white sheet to begin with. It also has the stickers. They're just a little bit less on this, of course, because they're small. I really love the inside color of this as well. I just think it's beautiful. This has the same tabs as the last one. They're gold foil, beautiful tabs for each of the months. And then we get into the same opening pages, but just everything is a little bit smaller. You do have the bookmark as well on here. And this one it goes to 5 inches on the ruler. I like moving mine up so that I can actually see them. So I really like those. And then the front pages are similar. You have the same values pages, the same what's important to you goals pages, and you have your ideal month, ideal week. You have, this is the year at a glance that they have in this one. This is the 2025 and 2026. Obviously, because it's smaller, they have a little bit of a different design in the mini. And then you have your holidays, your own holidays before it goes into the month. So this is what the month looks like in the mini. It's the same, but a little bit smaller. And then you have your week. So on this page, you have your week's top three little boxes up here. And then on this side, you have 3 lines for a notes page. They also have the quote in the weekly. There just won't be as many quotes, obviously. It is a horizontal layout, so you have your today here. It's all lined, and then enough room for 6 to-dos on each day. On the weekend, they get half of the row, and they each just say today. This is what the holidays look like in the weekly. They just put a little flag and put the holiday, which I like that it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. At the end of the month, the last week is actually on the tab, so there aren't any notes pages in between here before it goes directly into the next month. A fun thing about the weekly planner is in the very back, you have 3 sections. You can see these bigger tabs. This is today and to do. This one is the notes section, and this one is the stay on track section. So in today and to do, they actually give you 46 daily undated days. So on those days that you really need to break things down, you have that in here. So this planner is actually a weekly plus about a month and a half worth of daily pages, which for a lot of us, that's all we would need. And I love that. It's also a great way to try out this layout if that's something that you've been thinking about doing. So if you know you need a weekly and you aren't sure if you want to try the daily, here you have it. So, and you can also see on here if the daily in the mini is what you want. This goes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. where the large size went from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So you don't get quite as many hours in the mini day. After all of those undated dailies, you have the next section, which is notes. And then you have a notes section here. You do get 18 notes pages. What I love about their notes pages is they have these 3 squares up here. And if you can tell, they're dotted. Let me bring it up. The lines are dotted, but you can kind of see a little bit of a separation between the columns. So you can actually do this as 3 columns if you want. They make it so it's easy to use anyway. There's so many different things you can do with this. And I love that they added that in. So there's your 18 notes pages. And then the last one is one of my favorite sections in a day designer planner. And this is the stay on track section. There's so many fun things back here. So you have expenses. You can track your different purchases. There are 12 expense tracker pages in here. And then at the end of that, you have 2 favorites lists. So books to read, movies to watch here. And there are 2 full pages of that. And then you have gift ideas to remember. It has a recipient, occasion, gift idea, where to purchase, and price. So you can track for family, friends, and hostesses. There are 2 pages of that. Then you have thank you note record. Can keep track of gifts you've been given. Packing checklists. There are 2 of those. And then there are 2 entertaining checklists here. So these are, when you're hosting parties, and it keeps track of your to-dos, your food, your flowers, decor, all sorts of things here. And then lastly, you have 4 bucket lists. So you can break this down by season or like trips, or there's 4 pages of this, but really 8 different lists here. for me, there's 7 people in my family. I have 5 kids. And so this would be fun to have like a bucket list for each child, what they want to get done during the year. I think that'd be really fun. And then you do have a protective page at the end here as well. So I'm very excited about this planner. I love the size, and I think it's going to be really good for nursing school. So I'm putting this one aside for me. This is the clip folio. It's almost hard for me to fit on because it's quite large. This has an 8.5 by 11 lined pad inside, which you can get extras of. So this is just slightly larger than that. I don't have the exact dimensions written down. Let's see if I can pop this little packaging off. So this is in the Ula Bloom cover choice with the beautiful lilac inside. And if this is a cover that you're wanting on your planner, this is also available in everything. This reminds me of they do different florals every year, but they have this feel to it every year, or it's been for a while. And that's usually what I choose from, like I said, and there's no reason I didn't choose it this year other than I just wanted something different. I'm feeling more peaceful and calm, but I love it. I love the pink and like peachy, corally pinks and purples in this. These are, by the way, $22. And then if you want to get extra inserts here, they are 3 for $20. So you can get 3 refills. I feel like that's a pretty good price. This is about 3/4 of an inch thick. It's 8.5 by 11 pad inside, so you can see that this is just a little bit larger than that. You do have a really good accordion style folder here in the front, and this is what the pads look like. So the pads have just lined, and then date, topic, questions, ideas, actions. This would be great for meeting notes in here. In fact, I may use this with my church job that I have. It's not really a job. It's like a volunteer position that I have. And I go to meetings with a couple other women, and we always are taking notes, and we have an agenda, and I could put the agendas over here, and then I could take my notes here. I like it. I think it's really nice, and I love the color and cover here. So if this is a cover you want, you can get it in everything. Okay, lastly are their notebooks. I usually pick up a notebook every year from them, and these you can get in the small size. Here's like a couple of them from different years. I really do buy them every year. I think this was last year's. This was the years before, maybe. I can't remember. But I love them. I think they're such high quality. They have the same wire binding, but obviously it's a lot smaller because this is just a notebook. And they have the same really high quality coated glossy cover with the corner protectors and the same folder in the front. These are, if you want the big size, it is $18. Am I saying that right? I believe $18. And then the smaller one is $16. I would show you inside, but actually I do journal in this, and that's what I use them for every year. So this one is full of journaling. Their notes page are the same as I just showed you. They have the 3 boxes. There is that slight separation that you can just see in the lines, so you can make it 3 columns if that's a way that you prefer writing, or if you want to take notes in that way. And there's just a ton of pages in here. I forgot to write down how many pages, but I'll put it right across the screen right now. I buy these for gifts often for teachers and different things because I think they're just so beautiful, and then just give it with a nice pen or fountain pen, and I think it is just a gorgeous gift. So I love writing in them. I love this paper, and that's why I pick one up every year. And then they did throw this in. I am not sure if this is new because I didn't know this was coming, so I didn't research this. Simplified did these sorts of pen holders, and I love them. I love that you can move them around. So these clip on really nicely to those hard covers, and then this will, you can put your pen in here. This is a thinner leather than the ones on Simplified, which is beneficial in some ways because those can get really stiff and some pens won't fit in. So let's test this out and see what kind of pens will fit in. And just to show you, it clips just like this on the cover. You can put it on the back or the front. I usually keep mine on the front of my book like that. I have a little thing of pens. Let's try out just like a normal pen. So this is a Pilot Friction, and it fits nicely with room to spare. A thicker pen would be, well, let's try like a mild liner. Yep. What about one of these like Rytec 5-color? Huh, that looks good. What about, what is this? It's kind of a marker. It's about, I thought it was going to be a Sharpie. It's kind of the size of a Sharpie. That fits. I mean, I think that they fit most standard pens. Let me get a thicker one though. These are the pens that I use most days. They're a thicker Uniball 1P. They're like a little squatty pen, and they don't fit in anything. And I don't think they're going to fit. Nope, they're not. So usually what I do with my squatty fat pens is I put the clip in like that when I'm carrying it with something, which will work. But yeah, these don't fit into anything, nothing. I've never found a pen loop that actually fits my pens. Anyway, I actually think this is really nice. I like the white. I am not sure if it comes in other colors or if this is, or what the price is, but I will put all that information across the screen and hopefully that will be helpful for you. I am doing a giveaway if you are interested in this cover and this layout. This is the one that I'm actually giving away. This is the daily and it's in the Capri Beautiful cover, and I have it all packaged new for you, and I'm giving it away to someone who comments on my Day Designer post that will be up on Wednesday, March 12th. So you can look for it over there. You just have to leave a comment, and I'm not doing like anything extra. You don't have to go jump through any hoops. I just want to give it away to someone. Just go over there and you can leave any comment. I would love to hear if you've ever used Day Designer before or what you plan on using it for, what your favorite cover is if you've been following. Yeah, just let me know. And anything. You can even just say hi and then you're entered. So yeah, I'll pick one person over there. I just need to know if you're actually wanting the giveaway because some people might comment. So let's use a heart emoji. Just use a heart emoji in your comment at the very beginning of your comment. Now am I making it complicated? Do a heart emoji and then you can not say anything or you can leave me a comment after the heart emoji, but I just need to see the heart emoji just so I know that you're wanting this planner. So it is a daily, the larger size, the classic size, and the Capri cover. And then whoever wins, I will just send you a message over there for your address and get it shipped out to you, and maybe I'll throw in some stickers too. So, yeah, if whoever wins will hear by me on Friday. Thank you so much for watching my Day Designer video, and thank you to Day Designer for sending these items to me so that I can show them to you. I hope that it was helpful and that you enjoyed, and if you are picking up anything, I do have a link below with my coupon code, and I hope y'all have an incredible day. I'll talk to you soon. See you, bye.